What's good? You rocking with your boy TheCzarr, All Rights Reserved. Quickly, I want to ask, now that we see the way things are unfolding with the management and the different things going on with Tekashi 6ix9ine, is it easier to understand how simple these things could have happened with Tentacion? But in context, they actually went through with a plan. Not only did a plan go through, and this doesn't even have to be his management. It could be whoever it was plotting. The plan not only went through, but it succeeded allegedly, as what we're being told by paperwork that's being told that is out there and apparent, even though we all can't visibly see it. But do you see how simple money can persuade people to act a certain way? Now we're seeing it come to light, something that feds were actually looking at. But if they were examining the Tentacion case with the same stamina, the same knowingness, the same motivations, would we not see people getting arrested in droves the same way? Let alone, we still have to have these people have a court in order to say that they're guilty of this and that. But we see a lot of guilt being implicated in the way behaviors are. People are playing it hush-hush in 6ix9ine, but people are just running their mouths as far as, first off, when it first happened, alleging that they did it. And there was no clear investigation on it. Do you see why I said it's fishy now? Do you see why I've spoken about it from the top, from the jump? Because if you're a big-time star and people are plotting and things like that, it doesn't go unrewarded. It doesn't go unseen. But this one seemed to have gone unseen. It was done behind the scenes. We don't know anyone who was involved. That's crap. Because I know you do. And I know there was someone who seen it, but turned a blind eye. They turned their head to it. And they allowed things to incur and grow and build the way it did. Why, though? What was the purpose? Was it so people can diss him? So people can get clout off this situation? What was it? Because I see all of this happening and no one else is being arrested or even questioned in this same scenario. Do you see so many similarities? I'm not just talking. I mean, think about it. Where are the similarities not at? If you want to say that family was in Tentacion's corner and all around him, how wasn't the gang and the friends family in both instances? That doesn't represent family. People you hang out with daily. People who are randomly there around you. How doesn't that represent it? I'm a little confused because I feel like the moment you seen this 6ix9ine thing, all the buttons in your head should have clicked and you started re-looking at this Tentacion thing and thinking, that's what I'm going to bring apparent for you so that you get where I'm coming from. The moment I seen 6ix9ine in that situation, y'all were looking for, oh, is he free? Is he guilty? He's going to do a bunch of time. I saw a very synonymous factor dealing with a superstar, whether it was him facing a bunch of time or him being preyed on, that it had to do with his livelihood and how everything seemed to be some type of setup. And I see this in 6ix9ine's situation, allegedly on both sides. If we look at the state or if we look at the people who were planning on it. One direction just worked different in Tentacion's. And that's the way I'm going to look at it now. It's easier to examine it. I've gotten more points of interest to take a look at the angles just strictly off of this situation. That's what I'm most grateful for. It helped me to see and think in a more genuine way about this situation, and exactly the fact that people who are screaming, that was my best friend, oh, he's gone, may have been the actual culprits in making that person in the status of being deceased. That is a very interesting point to now look at. And off of looking at how this other case with 6ix9ine was investigated, I have the new power looking at the Tentacion one, and I think it's going to be deep. Rocking with your boy, All rights reserved.